Alright, what are we doing? Javon,
Hey, hey,
what are we doing?
what do you mean?
Like, yeah, this is supposed to be the intro. Okay.
I don't.
Okay, this is me and Javon playing a game called Peak, and we're gonna talk about, let's see, how all the light we cannot see conveys its message through the plot while we scale a mountain. Start the freaking thing, dude. The plot of the book is. Why are you laughing?
Because you just face down in the sand.
The plot of the book is told to the reader in parts in different times and from different perspectives, while every character moves towards one another in some sort of point of convergence thing. What do you have to say about that, Javon?
I think I agree with that.
That's useless.
With that assessment of the plot.
About the book's plot structure. Javon.
Well, I'm conjuring thoughts.
Okay, I'll skip forward.
Well, because I mean they were connected through radios for the story, and then, but out of real life, or at least in modern society, we're connected through pretty much electronics in general. I mean, it really scaled up. I mean, pretty much every form of technology, or at least like that has internet, you're connected to a broader web that connects you to other people.
Did you hear what I asked you?
No.
So how do you suppose a book conveys something like that?
Hmm. I mean, through the aforementioned radios.
The radios in the book aren't like. It's more like a placeholder to get the reader to think, and so like, I guess the radios can be described as like a plot device for the author to like make.
Because they're their device.
for for the author to like make the reader think about how they're all connected, because by the end of the book we kind of realize like maybe it's not just because of the radios, it could be it's something more than that, and that's where the title of the book
Smart cookie.
that's where the title of the book really gets its value, is that it's more of a broad term, like with the light being a placeholder for some imperceivable force that connects us all.
I really like that analysis.
Thanks. How do you think... Where'd you go? How do you think the author... The author uses the plot in the story to make that to convey that message, though?
Not gonna lie, I didn't read enough of the book.
Don't say that. Well, I mean,
It's just too abstract for me.
how
My small brain.
can you describe how the book is like structured, I guess?
I suppose.
I feel like
I don't
this
think
is
we're
a,
gonna be able to make it up here.
I feel like this is a bad idea. You're not the best multitasker.
I just don't know enough like about the book.
Well, how is the story told in the book?
It's told very how do I put it? Like unchronologically.
Out of order.
Yeah,
Unchronologically.
out of order. Unchronologically. Me eat some trail mix.
How
make
do
it
you
up there.
how do you think that kind of shows the reader
Help me!
the connection? Sorry.
Ow.
Oh my God, how do you call it? Javon.
You fall.
How did I take so much damage? Oh, okay.
It's really bright.
I'm dead. Hey, I died.
I can't. You died?
I died. I turned, my screen turned white and I turned around and I fell off.
Oh. Oh wait, I wasn't thinking.
Javon, we're terrible at this game.
You're terrible at this game.
Okay, well, every part in the book kind of has its own little message to tell. Every little chapter, every character chapter. And with the passing of every little story told, it kind of poses a question to the reader, and almost like leaves them on a cliffhanger. It doesn't tell them what to think. It just asks them a question. And so, like, by doing that, the author's kind of like, by the end of the book, he's able to like ask a question like, hey, yeah, what happens? Like, what are we all connected through? Because at the beginning of the book, yeah, it's the radio. Like, that's the whole point. But by the end of it, it's Marie's kind of like the only one there, and she's like, there's something else. And that's supposed to reflect what...
And she starts tripping out and she starts seeing things.
I don't remember that part. But
She starts like seeing light, but she's blind.
Right. But Marie, like, being able to understand, or like coming to that conclusion almost, that there's something connecting us all, is kind of supposed to reflect what the reader is supposed to be thinking, and like serves as a goalpost for the reader it serves as a goalpost for the reader at the end of the story.
Can you ask another question? I really hate this question.
Okay, how does the book create tension?
Like this.
I thought you were gonna land on that urchin.
Tough. How do the book create tension?
That is what I asked.
I know. Wait. You're right. I'm really bad at multitasking.
Just stare off into the distance. Javon,
Okay. This is fine.
how does the book create suspension? Oh my goodness, tension and suspense.
By putting our characters in perilous situations.
Do you think that alone is enough to create tension?
Well, there has to be a form of like uncertainty about what is about to happen. And I think probably one of the best scenes for this is Warner and Von Rumpel's encounter. Because how I remember it going is Von Rumpel, he's like sitting on the bed and he like pulls out his pistol and he aims it at Warner, and you kind of think Warner is just like done. But there's kind of like this face-off, almost like the Wild West, except it's more like a stick-up, and a sound goes off in like the I think the attic where Marie is at. It distracts Von Rumpel for a little bit, and that's what allows Warner to get the shot in.
And so how
And I believe that is a great method of creating tension and suspense, because we are left with a bit of uncertainty as to what is about to happen to Warner, and we're kind of led. Ow. We're kind of led into thinking one way, and then we get pushed into another way.
Right, and that holds for like a lot of places in the book, but I think one of the things that really helps like make that technique more impactful is like having different places in time and different perspectives, because by doing that he kind of just like leaves you on cliffhangers, the author.
Oh yeah, he does do that a lot.
With every little part, and I think just doing that.
He'll be talking about one thing, and then he'll focus on somebody else's story, and then come back to it later.
Right.
Or he just doesn't. I think there's parts where he just doesn't come back to it.
Well, it's supposed.
You kind of pick up after the fact.
Yeah, you're supposed to just kind of like think about it. It's supposed to convey a message, but you have to think about what that message is and consider it, which is what like makes the book almost so immersive, even though it really is the opposite because of the way that it's told.
That makes sense.
Are you even gonna make it to the top? Let's be real.
How far do I have? I thought I'm really close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really close. You know what's funny?
What?
The way that this is probably going to be edited is going to be a lot like how the book is told. Return to me. Hey, buddy.
I think a big part of the book is like the plot is how do I say, like it's told through the characters and their thoughts. Like you have like Werner in the beginning of the book being really like self-centered and like not really connected to anybody other than his sister, but at a certain point he like values like self-preservation more than like what his sister thinks, just because he doesn't want to go to the mines. And I like throughout the book we just see that kind of change. What is Marie's like kind of like character growth? Because we see her at the beginning of the book, like I guess
I think it's
what?
That spooky music. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I bet it is. No! Oh.
Oh, there's spores.
Dude.
Oh, that's poison.
Javon?
Where'd you go?
I guess the question I'm trying to ask is like, how would you compare Marie from the beginning of the book to the end of the book? Because I feel like with Werner, it's a little bit more obvious. Like at the beginning of the oh my god, at the beginning of the book, he was really like, how do you say, like self-centered. Like he valued his own like self-preservation above all else. And we see how that kind of changes throughout the course of the book, and like he ends up as like this tragic hero like trope or archetype or whatever you call it. I'm about to die. And so like I just want to ask, like, what is Marie's like what change does she go through?
I think I'm gonna die. I'm dying. I'm back. So you're saying about Marie?
I was asking, like, 'cause we saw Werner change the story. How did she change? What was her like big change?
Well, she goes from being like a dependent blind girl at the beginning, because she basically needs her father to survive, or well, she relies on other people to survive. Oh wait, I can't climb, and it's raining. Just go over here. Yeah, she's relying on a bunch of other people to basically live because she's been dealt a bad hand. And later in the story, she's dealt many, many, many more like bad hands on top of being blind, which is probably one of the biggest bad hands that she's been dealt. And she's able to, like, it's kind of weird because the whole book is about how we're connected, but she's sort of like disconnecting her reliance on other people.
Right.
Like,
Because
she's just becoming more independent.
like as the book goes on, we see Marie like thinking for herself and like making her own choices. Like we see with Von Rumpel when she like I don't know, like even though she's blind and like she can't see anything and she should be scared, she just kind of like was like, no, I'm gonna fight against the big bad wolf guy. Which I think is to show that
she gains that courage.
while she might be like dependent on other people for like basic things in her life, like just because she's blind, she's still like an independent person who like can function on her own, which I think is really cool in the context of the book, because even being an independent person, she like is able to connect with other people.
Oh yeah.
And like she realized at the end of the book, like, hey, maybe we're all connected in some way, no matter who you are, no matter how independent you are.
I also think that's pretty cool with Warner, how they're trapped under the basement and they're sort of disconnected from everybody, that he realizes like his connection to other people matters the most in that moment.
Bro, I thought it was so cool that because he was trapped in the basement underground, it's like basically he was like trapped in the mines.
Well, yeah.
Like it's like he didn't really have a choice either way. He was gonna get trapped. But it's almost like if he would have died in that basement if it weren't for like quote unquote like the humanity or whatever that ties us all together, because like what's his name, Volkheimer wouldn't have blown open the basement. And so like yeah, Werner was always meant to die, but he at least got to choose like his legacy of it, you know what I mean? Like he didn't have a choice.
Well, he didn't get to choose his fate, but he got to choose his legacy.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. That's a cool concept.
Alright.
Look
At there's bees, dude.
Where? Ooh, I wanna.
I wish I could push you, dude.
I wanna see them.
Come on.
Can I have them? I got it.
Why would you do that? Javon.
So like I kind of died.
Oh my goodness, bro. Bro.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Okay, well, that's. I mean, I feel like there's a lot to talk about with the book, but like overall, the point um of like the way it's written, the purpose of its structure is to just kind of like ask the reader to think for themselves over certain topics, or like to almost to immerse them into each scenario, and to have them at the end like understand the title of the book, All the Light We Cannot See. And like at the kind of light in the title, the word light is kind of a placeholder for a bunch of different terms throughout the book. The most notable of which being the radio signals, the radio receivers and everything. But by the end, we kind of understand that that's not what it is to Marie, and that's not what it's supposed to be to us as the readers. It's supposed to be that there are connections that we are not able to see in the same way that we can't see radio waves, but it's something that connects all humans, and it's something like metaphysical and supernatural almost.
Yeah.
But that's basically it. Book was pretty dope.
The Skipper. All that for what, bro? You wanna go to the photo booth and just take some funny photos?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Bye.